Hello everyone. So here we are in a new guide. We have finally a new boss, and it's Baal. Baal, which is the boss made for Mesa. I'm doing a guide with Mesa, but just one. Let's do a step back. I will tell you right now. These points that you see here are not realistic for your situation, since I personally don't have Mesa, and the only Mesa I have available right now is an A6 one, because as you can see in my guild we have no other Mesa. He is the only one that has it, and he has it A6 because he wanted to. So the points you will see here are not realistic for you. You can expect maybe around 70 million points, something around that, which is a great score. I think it's a great score for a top 2%, top 3%, which is fine. But I have this score, which is not really the maximum amount I done. As you can see here, the maximum amount I reached is 121 million points. But this is the team. I will show you the rotation I use, and this team and this rotation is usable with any Mesa, so no worries. I'm not using Chernabog. I have him. I even overclocked one, but I don't really like it. I'm using a modest persona, we might say, which is Jikokuten, that has this attack increase, which I like. On him I have Tarukaja and Rebellion. I end up using Tarukaja, and that's it. And on the side I'm using Dionysus, which is the usual Rebellion Revolution, and Yanosik with the standard Rakunda Tarukaja build. I don't know if I should use Dionysus. I found out in the last attempt I did, which it was 117 million, that maybe I'm doing more points using Tarukaja Matarukaja with Jigokuten, since the large amount of points are coming from the bleed stacks. But I don't know. We're gonna try. I will show you the rotation I do, and after that you will be the judge. Okay? So let's start. I talk too much. So we are gonna start with the Nail Summer Days on Mesa. I have the 4-star Moko weapon, so I raise the Mesa attack for 2 turns, if I recall correctly, with this. I Tarukaja. Here, if you have a 0 chord, you're gonna Ionisian notes. Is basically the same, because in the next turn I will Ionisian notes, so doesn't really matter. Why do I Ionisian notes in the next turn? Because I have A2. A2 raises crit damage for 2 turns, so I have to refresh the Ionisian notes to be able to have the crit damage in the next phase, which is the how's it called? Holy shit, the Kachiuk turn. I will skip the ultimate now, and I start with a Crimson Operation. I mean, you can do either, doesn't really matter. I like to do Crimson because it does more damage, but we lose some damage on the bleed side. You know what? Let's do Moonlight Scalpel. As you can see, I have 13 stacks of bleed. Since I have an A6 Mesa, you're gonna have lower number. You're gonna have 10. So we are gonna Scattered Plum Blossom. We are going to Sparkling Memories. With Wonder, we want to switch to Dionysus and go Rebellion on our Messa. This turn is the debatable one because I could have done Matarukaja with Jikokuten. I don't know which is the best, to be honest. I'm used to this rotation and I will use this, but feel free to try something new. And we're gonna ultimate with Messa, the first one of many. After this, we wanna wait one catch Yuk. Since we don't have A6 cord, we will be able to do so and still do the double catch Yuk. If you have an A6 cord, feel free to spam whenever you like. Initial notes to refresh the crit rate up. Now we wanna swap to the other to the Reaper mode and use the first skill to keep the stack higher. Now, oh, where is the mouse? Sorry. Varingale Petals. And we have fair winds now. In the odd turns, we wanna heal, always heal. We might be able to use, to have a better use of our Jikokuten, since he has this effect. When the target HP is below 60%, increase the effect by 30% more. If we go with Wonder in the first slot, to be honest, we might do so in another try. I don't know. Anyway, in this turn we want to Matarukaja. And now we catch Yuk. We spam this ultimate. It does so much damage, oh my god. He's a fun character for sure, yeah. I don't know if it's the best, probably not, but he's a fun one. As you can see, I'm basically spam skill 1. I don't use skill 2 up until the last turns. Scattered Plum Blossom. In this turn we want to ultimate with Wonder. Sparkling Memories. We want to refresh the Tarukaja. Distortion. Okay. And we're gonna activate as usual the Reaper mode and go Midnight Surgery again. I mean, the rotation is not really, is nothing really interesting. We activate the Reaper mode and we go skill 1, Reaper mode, skill 1, Reaper mode, skill 1 up until one turn left. Here in the one turn left, by the way, here you wanna use Streams in the Mist since it's low cooldown. Here you want to use the Pathologic. Since we have double ultimate, we can stack up the bleed no problem. So we can drain the bleed stacks. We support again with the Plum Blossom. Yanosik is gonna play Rakunda. Initial notes to refresh the A2 passive. Cord ultimate. Reaper mode. I mean, here you could even not drain the bleed stacks just to keep it high and have the proc with high amount of bleed stacks. I found out that it works even with pathology here, and the damage is really higher. You could try both ways and see what works for you. Petals finally. And now it's the big damage turn as usual. The last turn with Cord is always insane. And as I said, I found out that using Matarukaja here works better, at least for me. You feel free to use Rebellion with Dionysus. So, catch Yuke, of course. Reaper mode. Another ultimate. As you can see, we're gonna go at 13 stacks of bleed. No problem. And now the last pathology. High number, but not as high as my 121 million score. I don't know really if I can replicate that amount of points, but 116 million is great too. As I said, if you have an A0, A1, anything other than A6 Mesa, expect less points. But with this strategy, I found out that you can easily do at least 70-80 million. No problem, I think. I mean, okay, maybe 80 million is too much, but 65-70 million is doable. Okay, so this is the strategy. I hope you found out useful. We are still experimenting with Mesa, so maybe there will be a follow-up video on the strategies. I don't know, but I hope you found this useful. As I said, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Guild Boss strategies, since I post them every week, and nothing else. See you in the leaderboard, I guess. I will follow up this video with another Vaka one. As you can see, it's basically the same of the other week, but I had to change the personas, since I'm using Dionysus and Janosik here. Okay, so bye bye, see you in the next one.